From an undisclosed location in North America, you are watching Card to Card. Now, Card to Card, over all these episodes, I think this is the 70th episode that we've done of Card to Card. We have done all these really interesting cryptids from the MetaZoo series of card sets that they've put out. And of course, MetaZoo is now a dead game. They announced they're shutting down all operations. So it puts Card to Card in a tough spot. I love doing the show, but I think we should do one last episode and then take a break from it and let the MetaZoo situation work itself out. I don't really want to promote MetaZoo whenever the box prices for these cards is very in flux, and I don't want someone to watch the video think, ooh, that's awesome, I'm gonna go buy a box, and then a week or two later the box will be worth like hardly anything. So to honor the death of MetaZoo, we're gonna do my favorite card from the entire MetaZoo series, the Grim Reaper. This is going to be a doozy of an episode, guys. This is a first edition Grim Reaper from the Nightfall set. This one got a PSA 10, but it is without a doubt by far my all-time favorite MetaZoo card. I love the art by Poncho. Just insane art. I love it. I've loved it ever since the second I laid eyes on it. If MetaZoo prices crash super down really low, I will go pick up a sample Grim Reaper with the black border holo, because it is an incredible looking card. But anyway, what is the Grim Reaper? So this was one of the big cards from the Nightfall set, and I've always thought of the Grim Reaper as, is there such a thing as a Grim Reaper? It just seemed like it was just a figment of mythology almost. Like, the Grim Reaper is here as a sign of impending death. Now, I did some research on the Grim Reaper, and it has its origins in a place you would definitely think is appropriate. Medieval Europe during the Black Plague is when the first reported sightings of this Grim Reaper were coming about, or maybe just the story of the Grim Reaper was coming out, because, people had to cope with death every day, and it's hard to imagine life in those times. We went through COVID, but it was nothing like the Black Plague. So people looked at death differently. Maybe they viewed this story of the Grim Reaper, maybe it brought comfort to people. Who knows? But yeah, just take a look at this art. You have the Grim Reaper. I really like the crown. I don't think the crown comes up much in the stories of Grim Reaper. It usually has a scythe to harvest the souls of people that die. And, just the name Grim Reaper. It is death, grim. Death is grim. And the Grim Reaper is there to reap death, to harvest death. It's very scary. And then this stinking card has the Grim Reaper holding a baby, which is really adds a really strange wrinkle to this artwork. I love it. This to me is by far my favorite card. Other people love Mothman. I love the Grim Reaper. And it was fun reading up on the stories of the Grim Reaper. So, this isn't the part of the video where we look in deeper, but do you guys think that there really is a Grim Reaper? Or was it just a story that people came up with in medieval Europe to kind of cope with the just having to deal with death every day. Every family, I'm sure, was touched somehow by Black Plague. Just a really scary time to live in. I couldn't imagine, especially considering that, the medical field is so archaic compared to today. And it's probably helping spread the Black Plague, with, not the best hygiene back then. So, just a beautiful, the hollow is great. It's subtle, this dark background there. You have the crown, you have all this stuff. Now, this has date of birth, April 1st, 1842. Now, I'm not sure. I'll have to look in to find out what exactly happened on that date to where they picked that date. It says GPS anywhere. So, apparently, the Grim Reaper is seen in many different places. So, we actually have a very scary video. I'm going to warn you right now. This is the scariest video we have ever shown on Card to Card. I told you, we're going out with a bang on this 70th and final episode for the foreseeable future. This is actual video footage of the Grim Reaper. And sometimes we show videos that are just kind of goofy. This one will send chills down your spine. Let's go ahead and roll that now. Okay, that was scary. So, that was either the Grim Reaper or a very well produced fake, which I don't know. That video gives me chills. I don't like watching it. It's scary. Anyway, this is the part of the video where we do take a closer look at the art. This art by Poncho, just classic. This card probably helped sell Metazoo to people wanting to do Kickstarter, people wanting to do to buy this for their stores. It's just a great card. By far the best artwork in the whole series, I think. I mean, like I said, a lot of people like Mothman. I was much more drawn to the Grim Reaper. So, it is the first card of the Nightfall set also. But it does say, the flavor text, both governor and harbinger of death, he rarely meddles in human affairs, except for one fateful night in Point Pleasant. So Point Pleasant must have something to do with this date. I will have to look into that. But what a cool card, and what a cool whole set of cards. A whole TCG. The cards were amazing, and I hate to see them go, but guess what? I have boxes sealed up that are in my personal collection. I didn't buy them to invest in. I bought them for future fun. So, R.I.P. Metazoo. I couldn't think of a more apt card to have the Metazoo funeral. There's been a lot of people doing Metazoo funerals, opening up boxes of Metazoo, which has been, I've actually watched some. It was pretty fun. It was a good ride for the cards. I really have nothing good to say about the company and the people that run Metazoo, but because they ruined it. They definitely ruined it. There's no question. A lot of unprofessional people running Metazoo. And surprise, they failed. But they put out an amazing set of cards and amazing, just all these different cryptids that have a card game. I think it'll always live on just because of that. I mean, people are always going to be into cryptids. I'm going to do this show again, after we let MetaZoo market cool off and kind of settle somewhere, because I love learning about the cards, and we've just barely scratched the surface of all the cryptids in this that are in these sets. And I've learned a lot, and it's been a blast doing these videos. And you have to thank MetaZoo for that. And I do. Thank you, MetaZoo. You've been fun. I wish you ran better to where you would be able to do some of these really cool sets that were coming up and planned. But alas, we bid you adieu. So next time you are somewhere and you notice a shadow of the corner of your eye, and maybe you catch a little glimpse of shiny metal off the scythe, you definitely need to keep your eye out.